Welcome to CrimePod Castle's Twisted Love series. Today, we're diving deep into a case where love clashed with societal pressures. The Thrissur Honor Killing Case from 2017. It's a story that'll stay with you as we explore how caste prejudice and the concept of family honor led to a devastating end.
It's a case that truly shook India, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about societal norms and the devastating consequences of hatred and intolerance.
Let's start with the heart of this story. Kevin and Anjana. Kevin Mathew, a 23-year-old electrician, and Anjana Nair, a 22-year-old college student, were deeply in love. But their love story was tragically set against the backdrop of India's deeply rooted caste system.
Right. Kevin came from a Dalit Christian family, considered to be at the lower end of the social hierarchy. Anjana, on the other hand, came from an upper caste Nair Hindu family. This difference in caste became the central point of conflict, especially for Anjana's family.
So their love was deemed unacceptable simply because of their backgrounds.
Sadly, yes. Anjana's family, particularly her father and brother, were vehemently against the relationship. It's a stark reminder of how deeply ingrained caste prejudices can be, even in the 21st century.
It's heartbreaking how love can face such hostility due to these societal barriers. Despite the threats and warnings, Kevin and Anjana took a bold step and decided to fight for their love. They registered their marriage under the Special Marriage Act in May 2017.
That's right. The Special Marriage Act provides a legal framework for intercaste and interreligious marriages in India. It's meant to offer a way for couples to marry outside the traditional norms. But as this case sadly highlights, societal pressures and prejudices often persist.
So this act of defiance, this attempt to legitimize their love in the eyes of the law, it enraged Anjana's family even more. It's just unimaginable what happened next.
On the night of May 27, 2017, Kevin and Anjana returned to their hometown Thrissur. They were hoping, perhaps naively, to reconcile with Anjana's family, but fearing for their safety. They decided to stay at Kevin's cousin's house.
So they sought refuge, but even that wasn't enough to protect them.
No, it wasn't. In the early hours of May 28th, a group of men, later identified as Anjana's brother and his associates, stormed into the house. They brutally attacked Kevin, beating him mercilessly right in front of Anjana. Imagine the terror and helplessness she must have felt, witnessing this horrific scene unfold.
It sends chills down my spine just thinking about it. They kidnapped him, right?
Yes, they dragged him away, leaving Anjana behind, petrified and alone. Hours later, Kevin's body was found in a canal. The autopsy revealed the extent of his injuries, severe beating, multiple internal injuries, and ultimately drowning.
This level of brutality is just shocking. Did the police have any leads? What happened next?
The police immediately launched an investigation, and the evidence quickly started to mount. They gathered eyewitness accounts from neighbors and Kevin's cousin, who bravely described the horrifying attack. Forensic evidence, including DNA analysis and fingerprint matching, corroborated their testimonies.
It sounds like they built a pretty solid case. Did they apprehend the perpetrators?
Yes, within days. Anjana's brother and 6 of his accomplices were arrested. During interrogation, they confessed to targeting Kevin because they believed his marriage to Anjana had dishonored their family.
So they admitted to taking the law into their own hands, driven by this twisted sense of honor. What about the police? Did they have any prior knowledge of the threats against Kevin?
Unfortunately, this is where the case takes an even more tragic turn. The investigation uncovered a serious lapse on the part of the local police. They had received a complaint earlier from Kevin's family about threats from Anjana's relatives, but they failed to act on it.
That's devastating to hear. A clear sign of systemic failure. This negligence added another layer of complexity to the case and became a focal point of public anger and scrutiny. The trial for the Thrissur Honor Killing Case began in late 2017 and gripped the nation.
It certainly did. It sparked nationwide conversations about caste-based violent societal norms and the urgent need for justice in such cases. The prosecution built a strong case, arguing that the crime was premeditated and fueled by caste prejudice and a twisted sense of honor. They presented the eyewitness accounts, the forensic evidence, and of course the confessions of the accused. The defense, on the other hand, tried to downplay the incident, claiming that Kevin's death was accidental, not a result of intentional harm.
So they tried to paint a different picture, but it sounds like the evidence against them was overwhelming. What was the court's verdict?
In early 2018, the court delivered a landmark judgment. All 7 accused were convicted of murder and kidnapping. Anjana's brother, the primary accused, received a life sentence, while the others received varying sentences for their roles in the crime.
That verdict must have sent shockwaves through the country. Was it seen as a victory for justice?
It was absolutely seen as a significant victory for justice. The verdict was hailed as a strong message against honor killings and the deeply ingrained prejudices that fuel them. It also highlighted the need for stricter laws and better police accountability in protecting vulnerable individuals.
The case sparked important discussions about the role of education and awareness campaigns in combating caste-based violence. What are your thoughts on this?
Education and awareness are absolutely crucial in this fight. We need to challenge the deeply ingrained prejudices that lead to such horrific acts. This involves promoting intercaste harmony and providing legal and social support to couples who face opposition because of their choice of partner.
It's about creating a society where love is celebrated, not punished. But it's a long and complex journey. What about Anjana? What happened to her after all of this?
Anjana continues to live with the trauma of losing Kevin in such a brutal way. She has shown incredible strength and resilience, speaking up publicly about her experience and advocating for an end to caste-based violence.
It's hard to imagine the pain she must have endured. She has become a symbol of courage and a voice for change.
She has indeed. Her story is a stark reminder that we still have a long way to go. In dismantling the systems that perpetuate such violence, we need to challenge these harmful traditions and protect those who dare to choose love over societal pressures.
What about the media? The Thrissur Honor Killing Case received significant media attention. How did the media handle this sensitive case?
The media played a crucial role in bringing this case to national attention. The widespread coverage helped raise awareness about honor killings and sparked important debates about caste-based violence. However, it's also important to be mindful of how such cases are portrayed in the media. Sensationalizing the story or focusing solely on the crime itself can overshadow the underlying issues and the victims' stories.
It's a delicate balance between reporting the news and being sensitive to the victims and their families. What are some key takeaways from this case?
This case underscores the urgent need to address caste-based discrimination head-on. We need to foster a culture of empathy and acceptance, where love is not dictated by societal hierarchies. This case serves as a wake-up call for all of us. We cannot be complacent when lives are at stake.
It's a call to action for everyone to stand up against injustice and discrimination. The Thrissur Honor Killing Case may be one specific incident, but it represents a much larger problem in India, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's estimated that thousands of honor killings occur in India every year. Many go unreported, hidden behind a veil of fear and silence. This highlights the true scale of the problem and makes it even more challenging to address.
What steps can individuals take to make a difference and combat this issue?
Speaking up against caste-based discrimination whenever you encounter it is crucial. Challenge prejudice in your families and communities. Support organizations that are working to eradicate caste-based violence and empower marginalized communities.
It's about starting those difficult conversations, breaking the cycle of silence and standing up for what's right. Knowledge is power, and understanding these issues is the first step toward change.
Exactly. Remember, even small actions can have a ripple effect. By speaking up, raising awareness, and supporting the right causes, we can contribute to a more just and equitable society.
The story of Kevin and Anjana is a tragic reminder of the human cost of prejudice. Their love was a beacon of hope, and their loss is a profound loss for us all. Their story will stay with me for a long time.
It will with all of us, I think. As we reflect on this case, it's important to remember that many other couples face similar challenges. Even today, it's a reminder that the fight for equality and justice is far from over.
Let's honor Kevin and Anjana's memory by working towards a future where love knows no boundaries and where every individual is free to choose their own path in life.
Well said. This case has been a stark reminder that even in the 21st century, love can become a casualty of prejudice and hate.
It's a sobering thought, and it leaves us with many questions. What can we do to challenge these harmful traditions? How can we create a society where love triumphs over hate?
It starts with awareness education and open dialogue. We need to understand the complexities of the caste system, its history, and its ongoing impact on society. We need to challenge our own biases and prejudices and speak up when we witness discrimination.
It's about starting those uncomfortable conversations, even within our own families and communities. It's about promoting empathy and understanding and recognizing that love knows no boundaries.
Exactly, and it's about supporting organizations working to eradicate caste-based violence and empower marginalized communities. There are people out there dedicated to fighting for justice and equality, and we need to amplify their voices.
If this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to delve deeper into the complexities of caste-based violence and honor killings. There are resources available online and in libraries.
Yes, educating ourselves is crucial. Understanding the history, the nuances, and the ongoing struggles is essential if we want to be part of the solution.
This case has been incredibly insightful, though undeniably heartbreaking. The story of Kevin and Anjana will stay with us, but let's use it as fuel for positive change.
Let's honor their memory by working towards a world where love conquers all.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Thrissur Honor Killing Case. We hope this conversation has shed light on a critical issue and inspired you to take action. You can find more discussions like this on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to CrimePod Castle and share this episode with anyone who might be interested. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and as always, stay vigilant.